If you're not saved, you're blind. If you don't know Jesus, if he's not your all in all, if he is not your driving force, if he's not what defines you, then you are blind. If all you want to do is not go to hell, then you're blind. If all you want is some kind of an easy, comfortable life, Paul says, you're blind. Okay? If you have no idea what the cross means, if you have no idea what any of this is about, you're blind. If you think that we're, or if you are saved and these things do resonate with you, why that means something to me, and I hope it means something to all of us guys, is this. Over and over and over again, in the ministry of Jesus, we don't see him going from prominent, wealthy, powerful, clean, picture-perfect people to reach. How many of you can relate to that? How many of you can say, maybe you said this before you got saved, maybe some of you still feel this way? Could God really grab me by the hand and say, follow me? Could Christ really want me? I've done drugs, I've had sex, I've done this, I've done that. Does God really want anything to do with me? And guys, again and again and again in the life and ministry of Jesus, he goes for the blind beggars to come to them, to approach them, to set them free, to say, I came for people like you. I came for people that have been written off by society, that have written themselves off, that don't feel good about themselves. Blind beggars, low-class citizens, common fishermen, demon-possessed maniacs that nobody wanted anything to do with, that lived in cemeteries, that were completely written off by society. These are the pre-cross converts to Christ. In other words, these are the people that have come to Christ. When he says, go and your faith has made you well. Go and your faith, if you read that in Greek, go, your faith has saved you. These people have come to Christ. They have put their faith in Jesus before the cross. They have found faith in Christ. Samaritan women that are sexually immoral, that were outcasts in their city and in their society, let alone just being a Samaritan in and of themselves. The Jewish people thought they were second-class citizens, that they were second-class people, that they didn't count, that they didn't matter. Christ goes to the Samaritan woman and cleanses her and cleans her up. Christ, as he's being crucified, we see a despised Roman soldier coming to Jesus Christ. You see, guys, Christ did not come for the healthy. He came for the sick. He didn't come to save righteous people, but he came for the unrighteous. And this blind beggar, guys, we can all relate to this. I guarantee it. All of us, at some point or another have thought, Christ wants nothing to do with me. Christ wants nothing to do with me. Look at my past. Look at where I've come from. And I ask you, tax collectors, Christ again, one of his disciples was a tax collector. If we were reading this account in chronological order, right after this, Christ would encounter a man named Zacchaeus, who was a despised thief and tax collector. And so Christ comes to blow the mind of what seems rational. And if you're sitting here this morning and think to yourself, well, I can't be a disciple of Christ. I can't be a Christian. I can't follow him.